In the meantime, to the crisis at the border and why it will continue to be a crisis at the border. Because President Obama may have no choice but to act alone. All right, bad news about the border. A new poll showing that Republicans think Republicans are dropping the ball on immigration, and that Democrats think Democrats are dropping the ball on immigration. So not only is there no consensus across party lines, there is no consensus within party lines. So with no quick fix in sight, is it only natural that the president is all but forced to act alone? Back with our all-stars, Scott, Mark, Susan. What do you think, Susan?
I have a solution, Neil. Actually, we need to put term limits on our congressmen because these congressmen are playing to the polls. They're constantly worried about being politically correct, offending one party or one minority. So if we had term limits, maybe somebody would have the chutzpah to step up, be a leader, put together a common sense plan and strategy, and we would get this done to protect our economy and our national security. It must be done.
All right. Then Susan woke up and realized the world that we live in. And Scott, what the world presently that we live in is that they're slaves up to their various extremes. And the extreme right doesn't want to see it look like Republicans are so much as bending. And the extreme left doesn't want the president to do anything that looks like he's ceding to their demands. So nothing gets done. What to do?
Well, to Susan's point, I hope that man or woman is coming along. I think, unfortunately, it's some time off just because I think one issue, though, that's out there, and I know this amongst people my age, Neil, is that everyone's disenfranchised. I mean, it's not even so much not liking the job or liking somebody else's job that they're doing. Nobody really cares. Nobody's interested anymore. And so until that fervor gets back about electing the right person, actually even going to vote, for crying out loud, the voting number is terrible nowadays for some demographics, there's going to be no change because, as the old saying goes, you get the government you vote for, and that's what we have right now.
You know, what we have right now, though, Mark, is the reality that the president is going to act unilaterally. I mean, after the election, we're told he might grant amnesty to millions of illegals. And he will come back and say, much as you've said thus far, look, they gave him no choice. Is that going to happen?
Yes, the president owes the amnesty activists. He owes them. He's owed them since 2009 when he said, hold off, guys,
he's
I need
going
to take
say,
care
I'm
of
doing
healthcare.
it because Republicans didn't offer me anything.
Right, and he's going to stick his chin out and say, here's what I'm going to do, see what you can, and Republicans might own control of the Congress at that point. But take a look at this issue, though. The same research poll, same research firm did a poll earlier this year that showed that immigration was number 16 on their list of priority issues. After doing something about lobbyists. Okay, lobbyists were more important than immigration to people who were polled. It's not a hugely important. But in those border states,
it's a big deal.
Well, yeah, but
it doesn't matter. Right?
It doesn't matter. It's not a hugely important issue to most people who answer these surveys.
But when people are polled on this general subject, you think we have a border problem? Both sides, overwhelming margins, say yes, we do.
Right.
Both sides say we've got to deal with this, with these 10, 15, 20 million, however many it is in this country illegally, after the tens of thousands of kids who came here just at our doorstep. We've got to address this. So they're in agreement that something has to be done, but nothing gets done.
Nobody can make the decisions. That's why I said it's going to take somebody to sit down, take this like a business case.
So a new administration, yes. The early days of the new administration,
somebody
put it all on
who
the
isn't
line.
worried about what the polls are saying, are getting reelected, or the Hispanics are going to not vote for me.
Yeah, but,
the Hispanics will soon be the majority in this country. So, but you know what? Right now, with ISIS and everything, that border control should be critical, #1 importance to everybody.
But that's why Republicans have been successful. They blocked the amnesty bill out of the Senate. The GOP in the House, the leadership, they blocked that bill. That's a huge success. They held off amnesty.
But to Susan's point, do you think in the process it was a Pyrrhic victory that they look anti-Latino?
Well,
I mean, there are many legal Latinos who will tell you, I went through a process here.
But as we saw the crisis on the border, it raised the priority on border security that now hopefully we'll address in the next Congress.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.